Now, where are you from?
Dayton, Ohio.
Still living there?
Yeah.
Certain part of Dayton you rep?
Not for real, like just small town Dayton, Ohio, like ain't no certain little hood that I rap.
You said it's a small town. If nobody's heard of Dayton watching this, what's the closest major city somebody would be familiar with?
Like Cincinnati, Columbus, Ohio.
How far are those?
Like 45 minutes to 50 minutes, somewhere up in there.
Not very far.
Nah, not far.
Now, what was it like for you growing up in Dayton? Can you paint the picture for us?
You know, you got your good, bad, and the ugly. Like, it was good for a moment, like all the way up until I was like 15, 16, and you know, like my mom, like, you know, she had got locked up, like for a drug pen with my family, and it's like, you know, I had to take in a lot of responsibilities at 16, like being 9 kids, so I had to take in and get a job at Little Seizures and do what I could, you know, bring food home.
9 kids?
Yeah.
What were the sleeping arrangements like for 9 kids?
It was tough, for real. Like, man, like 3 brothers in one room, feet in your face, all types of crazy things. Like, it was crazy.
Mm. How does one make a big family like that work? Is there a lot of fighting and stuff like that that happens in a family like that? Or?
Yeah, of course you're going to always have your fights and stuff like that, but, you know, I had a strong mom, like, that kept us all together and made sure we hashed it out, you know, and you're going to go through all your problems, all your emotions, and there's 9 of us, you know, everybody got their own little personality about things, so, yeah.
Is the family close?
Yeah, we real close.
Mm.
Yeah, real close.
Now, when your mom got locked up, how much time did she have to do?
About a year and a half up in that area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, about a year and a half.
And that was in your teenage years when that happened?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Now, was it a rough upbringing? Would you, it sounds rough to me, but would you characterize your upbringing as rough? Thinking back about it?
Yeah, you know, like I said, like being a teen, taking on a lot of responsibility. And like I'm the middle child, so it's like, you know, I was the only one out there trying to get a job and take care of all of us for real. So it was tough.
The middle child's doing that in the family? Where's the older brothers and sisters at?
Somewhere just clowning, running the streets, and then really care like too much for real, like just doing them.
Father in the picture?
Nah, not for real, not at that time.
Mm.
Not at that time.
Okay. Now, what was your roughest moment growing up?
My roughest time growing up, well, I say then, like, when my whole family got locked up, like, that was the roughest time for me.
The whole family got locked up?
Yeah, it was like a family business, so they really just took, like, down the whole family that really took care of the family, like, the main factor.
I see.
Yeah.
Were the people that got locked up able to beat the charges?
Nah, like, you know, some of them got like 10 years, 7 years. And, you know, the women got like a year to 2 years, so it was up in that range.
I see. Now, what type of student were you in school?
I like to clown a lot, for real. Like, I mean, I did my work just to get by, to pass and everything, but for the most part, I just like to crack jokes and have fun, you know what I'm saying? Like, just class clown.
Were you rapping?
Yeah.
In school?
Yeah, that's where I like really start picking it up at. Like, I met my homie, Jonathan and Brandon, and really, we took in each other and we helped each other with bars, and that's how it all started.
How young were you? What grade maybe? Or what age do you think you started?
At that time, I was like my freshman year.
High school?
Yeah, high school. But before then, I was just playing around with it, like elementary and stuff like that.
battled classmates? Were you into that?
Nah, I don't battle rap. I just like to write songs. Like, I'm into that.
Now, when your mother got locked up, you said 15 or 16 around that time?
Yeah, 16. Yeah, 16.
What grade was that about? Was that like 10th grade?
Yeah, up in the area, like freshman to sophomore year.
Okay.
Yeah.
When that happened, was that something that, and you said you had to take on responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Did that mean dropping out of high school by any chance, or?
Nah, actually, like, I leave from school and get my bike and ride right up to work. Like, that's what I did. Like, straight after school, I went straight to work. So I just always had that grind mind. Like, I just went straight to work.
So did you ever drop out by any chance?
Nah, I finished high school. Like, I definitely had to do that. Like, you know, my mom, she wanted that for me, and I definitely had to do that. I had to graduate.
So what's happening? Help me paint the picture just a little bit more clear. She gets locked up, you're the middle child, you got responsibilities to take on.
Right.
And who's over you at that point? If dad wasn't around, mom's locked up for a year and a half, who's kind of, you know, the guardian or the person?
Like my grandma at that time. Like, we all moved to my grandma's house.
Okay.
And we was at my grandma's.
I see.
So.
Now, having a family that's kind of intertwined with the streets, was that something you were able to avoid, or was that something that you got sucked into yourself?
You talking about, like, if running the streets?
Yeah, like this family business that you're talking about.
Ah, okay.
Was that something that you got suckered into also, or?
It was more just, like, I seen, like, what it did to them. I seen how it broke our family apart, so I really didn't too much, like, care too much about the streets. I cared more about graduating and providing the right way, you know what I'm saying? So, to stay out of trouble and stay away from that.
Somebody kind of in a similar situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 1 foot in the streets, 1 foot out. They're in school too, kind of like around your age maybe. See stuff going on, maybe even a part of it. What do you tell a kid like that? You said you were able to avoid it and go the other way, but somebody watching this, maybe they're already in it or thinking about being in it around those teenage years. What's the advice? Again, circumstances could be different for somebody watching this, but any general advice?
Yeah, just think about what you're doing, like, because, I mean, the streets, like, it really don't love nobody. Like, you know, there ain't no love there, so it's like, you know, at any given time, you know, it could be your time, you know what I'm saying? So really think about it and, you know, just stay out the way of that, you know what I'm saying? Like, try your hardest, like, to do the right thing.
I've heard people say that phrase, the streets don't love nobody. What does that actually mean?
Like, you gotta think about it, like, I mean, you got your best friend that'll be your snitch and be your worst enemy at the same time. So, you know what I'm saying, the streets really don't love nobody at that moment, you know what I'm saying? So,
I see. Now, you did graduate high school.
Right.
Were there any thoughts on furthering the education after that, at that point? Or what happened?
I really just started taking on, like, music heavy. Like, that's where, like, I took all my energy, frustrations, everything. I took it all out on music, and I just took it to the next level, and that's where I'm at right now with it. So.
Was that the right decision, thinking back? Do you wish you would have furthered your education and done music at the same time, maybe? Or
yes.
20/20 hindsight, what do you make of your decision making?
Yeah, my mom, she always told me, like, I should went to college, the engineer, and, you know, because I'm good at, you know, mixing songs and stuff too. So she's like, you know, why you didn't go to school for that? But I'm a busy person. Like, I really can't sit down and, you know, do all that, like, and trying to rap and stuff at the same time. So it was like, I was just, you know, didn't go, you know what I'm saying?
Was your mom able to get out of prison by the time you graduated? Was she able to see you walk at all?
Yeah, she seen me walk, yes.
Okay.
That was definitely a blessing. She seen me walk.
Now, somebody watching this, let's say they just graduated high school, and they have a passion for music. Doesn't necessarily have to be like you. in a rapper type of standpoint. It could be somebody that has desire to produce or DJ or direct music videos or whatever the case may be. Let's say they have a passion for music. High school just ended. Do you tell a person, go straight into the music business, music industry, music career like you did? Or do you tell a person if they can continue their education and do music at the same time, do both? What's the advice there? Again, circumstances could be different for everybody, but generally speaking, what do you say to somebody like that?
I tell them do both. Like, cause now I think about it, you know, my mom was right about a lot of things, so I say definitely do both, like, cause it's a lot of money into that business, you know what I'm saying? So definitely do that.
Now back into regards with your upbringing, what jobs did you have growing up, if any?
Ooh, I had a lot of jobs, like Delphi, Little Caesars, k-mart, Walmart, just everything, like McDonald's, Burger King, Kroger's, like I worked everywhere.
Why so many different jobs? There's some people that get a job, they work at the mall, they might work at the mall for a few years.
Yeah.
Why so many different jobs for you?
I don't know, like at different times it was just like, I had different things going on in my life, so it's like I'll work the job, but I wasn't feeling the job, you know, it wasn't for me, so I go to the next job, like trying to find my feeling for it, but you know, ain't nothing could fill that place of music, so ain't nothing was there for me.
Were you doing 2 of these jobs at the same time, or were these like one job at a time type of thing?
One job at a time, like one job probably was paying $8.25, and then I go to a job now paying $10. So I was just always trying to find a higher dollar at every job.
Any of those jobs you mentioned tough?
That's all tough for real. Like
really?
Working 10 to 12 hours, like yeah, like they all was tough.
You might be in the studio for 10, 12 hours. Is that tough?
Nah, because that's something I love to do, so it's just natural, like just having fun doing what I do.
Any crazy stories dealing with any of those jobs? Anything that happened out of the norm?
At the jobs, crazy thing happened at a job. Nothing but like the normal for real, like it was nothing like too drastic, nothing crazy for real, just a job.
I see. Quit these jobs, got fired from these jobs? What ended up happening?
Some of them I quit, some of them I got fired. Like it would just be like sometimes I gotta like be at a show or something, so I gotta call off at the job and I never make it to the job, so they'll let me go. Like it's only so many times you could do that, so.
You've gotten fired from a job for taking the music career over the job?
Yes, a lot of times, so a lot.
Now, are both parents in your life still at this point?
At that time, me switching jobs?
No. At this point, just today.
Right now, now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like I'm building a good relationship with my pops right now, you know what I'm saying? And my mom, you know, definitely, like, they both here, so.
They separated at one point?
Yeah, they've been separated since I was younger, like 3, 4, somewhere up in there, so they've been separated.
I see. How did you get your relationship with your father back on track?
Just really sitting up talking to him, you know, hashing out, like, you know, my feelings, his feelings, and, you know, we both, like, feel like, you know, I'm grown, so it's just like I ain't want to hold nothing against him or nothing like that, so, you know, we had to talk about it, and we hashed it out a lot, so. Is
this you coming to him? Is this him coming to you, bringing this, you know, this subject matter, or what?
He came to me. It was more of him coming to me and talking to me about everything, so like I told him, you know, it's about now, you know, everything counts now to me, so.
Now, even though your parents were separated while you were growing up, was he in and out, or was he just gone from the picture for a while, or how did that work?
It was, you know, I'll see him, but I wouldn't see him like that, so it was like an in and out type of situation, you know, like.
Did you have another male figure in your life growing up?
Yeah, my cousin Earl, like, you know, he was there, so.
I see. Sounds like you've been through some things.
Yeah.
In regards to your parents, though, what's the worst thing you put them through?
Worst thing I put them through?
You sound like you were an angel through this interview.
Nah, I ain't no angel though, but you know, like I always stayed out late night fighting in the clubs and just doing wild things for real, like just doing stupid things. You know, growing up young, you know, you're gonna do them dumb things, so I did mine.
With those fights, were you the aggressor in those fights, or were you defending yourself in those fights, or what?
Nah, I was like, it wasn't no fight unless I showed up for real, like, so I was the aggressive, like, I was ready every time somebody told me, like, hey, you know, so-and-so want to fight, this, that, and that. Oh, okay, cool, and run up to him and just start fighting.
In regards to your siblings, there was 9 of you total.
Right.
Break that down, sisters and brothers, wives. You're the middle child, but
Right.
kind of break it down. How many sisters, how many brothers?
It's 1, 2, 4. It's 4 brothers and 5 sisters. Yeah, I got 5 sisters and 4 brothers.
How did Christmas work? How did stuff like that, you know, when it comes to Christmas presents and that sort of American tradition?
Really just like one gift for real, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of us, so can't look forward to too much. So.
What about birthdays?
Birthdays was good.
Did some kids have better birthday presents than others?
Nah, you know, like my mom, she did it for us all, like, you know, make sure everything was equal.
I see.
Yeah. So.
Someone growing up with a big family, right? Maybe it's a kid out there and they've got 8 other brothers and sisters themselves. Any advice growing up with a large family like that? Anything you would tell them?
Just stay watching out for your family. Like, be there for them, support them. Like, definitely.
When it comes to your rap career, anybody else in your family raps aside yourself, or just you?
Yeah, like I come from a history full of like big family of rappers. Like, you know, that's why I really got into it. Like my cousins, Lil Tights, C3O, YE, like they was on tour, like doing big things. And like I said, like the whole thing about the drug situation came up and just put a pause on a lot of things.
I see. Did they teach you how to rap and that sort of thing? Were you watching them and observing? Is that how it worked, or?
Yeah, I watched them and observed them, but as far as like writing music, like that was all me. Like I took the time, work, took the time, work, just on me. So, yeah.
Are they still rapping today?
Yeah, they still rapping. They still doing things like one of them like making beats for So Def, Leo. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they doing their thing. They still.
How often do you guys collab?
Not very often, like, because we stay in like 2 different like states. So, you know, like it'd be barely like, you know, we get to talk. Like they doing them, I be doing me, and it's like one day we gonna have to bring it together and do one big project.
Is it a competition thing? Is it a competitive thing that separates you guys, or?
Nah, I wouldn't say that. It's just that, you know, when you got different situations, different things going on at that time, it's just like you caught up in your own moment in your own time. So it's like I get to it when I get around to it.
You ever got a beat from Leon?
Leo, yeah.
Leo.
Yeah, Leo.
You ever got a beat from Leo?
Yeah, I got like 2, maybe 3 of them.
Okay, so he's not stingy with the beats with you.
Nah. Just need to get in that lab more.
What does your family think about your rap career?
I got a big support system, but you know, you got some that's still gonna be hating on the side, but you know, for the most part, like you know, I got a big support system, like where it need to be.
Parents supportive?
Yes, very.
Supportive right away, or did they have to warm up to it?
At first, you know, I wanted to rap. Mom, she didn't want it. Like, nah, just go to school and, you know, do this with your life or do that with your life. But I always wanted music. That's what I always wanted. So it's just like, you know, after she started seeing the things that I was doing, the moves I started making, it was just like, you know, this is what you want to do, so I'm going to support them.
What do they think about your music?
They love it. Like, you know, like from the first time I made my first video, my mom got that CD in her drawer. Like, you know, so she love it. She got everything I done.
What about the cussing?
Yeah, I mean, she got that too, but she tell me to tone it down a lot.
Do you listen and tone it down or no? Are you doing you?
I still tone it down, you know what I'm saying, just enough. But, you know, I'm a grown man, so that comes with it a little bit.
Have they had a chance to see you perform live?
Yeah. They came to my show. They see me perform.
What was the reaction to that?
I love it. Like, you know, hugs and cheers, like, very supportive.